Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not like following a policy back when I so as always, please talk to the best writers, business owners, actually, mind talking about all the things that happen in that area. And it is my honor. I used to always say it is a to tell us to start and like you do.
My name is Sally. I'm a storybook imaging photographer for 17 years, and I'm focusing now on business branding and personal branding and organic photos.
When you look at this brand, what's the number that man you to look at it?
A lot of it has to do with the flow of the photos and how they're representing themselves. So if I start seeing it with my oh,
You notice.
I noticed. Well, that's part of the training I as a photographer that we see all the details. In fact, Canon did a study about the eye movement of the photographer versus someone who doesn't do photography, and the eye movement is like 1,000 times different in comparison. We just look at the details.
When you look at a picture, do you know that's the one?
Yes.
You do.
There's some.
Because you guys are just quick, hold it, move this, quick.
My technique is actually a little bit different than a lot of photographers nowadays. I'm not a quick happy kind of photographer. I started out with film photography, so there was like no room for errors. You have to get that shot the first time, maybe the second time around.
Okay.
So I developed those habits and started using that with photography. Sometimes I'll get a little bit excited, but it's all about the different angles. Not so much the same.
Were you always thinking?
Since high school.
Really? What was it? Are you a creative?
Very much so.
Okay, so creatives are wondering about.
Yes, I do.
What else do you do besides?
Oh, it depends on the day. I got into becoming a seamstress. So I did designs for costumes, helped out people in Los Angeles area that huge productions. I do random crafts because I get bored sometimes.
And it's funny, so my youngest son is a creator, and it's hard for other folks to work with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so when it's been calligraphy, it's been dance. He was into the well, he still does, making other clothes and cutting and pasting and doing all the things that you guys do. But being a creative mind, talk about a creative mind in business.
Creative mind in business is actually a wonderful because you can think outside the box. You know, you got your basic line of thinking, okay, how can I make this better? How can I have people say, oh my God, this is great. Like, I would never have thought of that. I'm trying to be something that is eye-catching and unique.
When you look at it now, when you first started out, did you specialize in something when you first started?
At the time, I was just focusing on family.
Okay. What was when you went to the branding side, let's talk about what took you to take a look at from a business branding aspect.
The branding aspect came from a personal place, actually. So I actually had a social anxiety disorder. It got amplified about 10 years ago. I started noticing it like really excessive. So when I meet people and doing business or any kind of thing, I like to do research on them because I like to see who I'm going to talk to, have an idea, a visual. Because I really don't like going to meetings and thinking, okay, maybe that's the person or that's the person. So you start looking like awkward, bopping your head around. And when I started doing all those research, I realizing that what you're seeing on the internet, what you're seeing on the internet was very limited. So a lot of businesses are losing out on opportunities in showcasing what they do. And I was realizing, nowadays with the technology, you got internet in your hand. So you're looking for a restaurant or you're looking for something, you're going to go to Google and be like, all right, we have restaurants near me for a specific thing. Customers will go to the photos first. They'll pass by if it just has, the titles on there. If you don't see any visuals, they're like, oh, there's nothing there. So like,
So the photography.
Yeah.
Photography. It's something because, like you said, um, I never was one to work with big groups, and going to the networking meetings were always horrific,
yeah.
and they are to this day. That's why I wear my name on everything. It cuts that one layer of awkwardness out.
Mhm.
Hi, what's your name? My
Yeah.
name's Mike. You see it right there? And so that was, for me, it did something. So from a branding aspect, it just became Mike Big. So no matter where I'm a person, say, what's your name?
Right there.
And so from branding, so how can people find information out about your business?
So I am on all social media platforms. I do TikTok, I do
So you do
Instagram.
the TikToks?
Yeah, I do the TikTok. I try to do a lot of like the montages of what I do there. Been trying to focus more on that lately, trying to videos for that. It's a little difficult to kind of keep up with
Really
that.
quickly, let's go with a tip for a person putting TikTok.
Oh my goodness, so that was a little difficult. I'm still cracking more into the algorithm of how that actually works. And it's weird because there's some subject matters that will pop up like with high ranks, and then there's some that not as high, no matter what kind of hashtags you use or trying to grab people. But they always say like the first couple seconds you have to like grab the attention as to what that video is about. And you should really keep your TikTok videos 15 to 30 seconds. You don't want to go to the minute mark because people start losing interest. Beginning. They're like, all right, you didn't grab my attention, you know. And my husband gets so annoyed with, we watch TikToks together sometimes, and I'll be like a couple seconds in, it didn't seem amusing to me. I'll go on to the next. He's like, you're not giving them a chance.
You'll give a chance.
I go, it takes the first couple seconds is what you got. It got my attention.
Okay, so how about Instagram?
Oh, Instagram is a lot of fun. Instagram is a useful tool for a lot of businesses, but unfortunately, photos are great. But a little bit of video is starting to come into play. And I'm not entirely sure why that trend is. They like to see like the visual of the movements and stuff like that, which is why I started creating montages of my work. That's my behind the scenes of what I'm doing, and then you'll see the finished product. And it's really great because a lot of people actually depend on Instagram almost more than they do Facebook now.
It is something, I spent, well, obviously, the older generation like me, kind of hanging out on Facebook, and I've never gone to TikTok. I mean, you just can't keep up.
Yeah.
There's always something in business standpoint. When you look at businesses that are out there right now, what is something that grabs you with that you need to make it stand enough from a branding standpoint?
Like I said, a lot of the time the photos are lack thereof. I actually do research on different social media platforms for businesses. If something comes across that grabs my attention, and I'll go through and be like, all right, I know what you do, but are you showing what you're doing? And a lot of the times I'm getting such generic photos, or they're using just stock photos. So I can't grab that that's actually them and what they actually do when they're presenting them.
Alrighty, so when person to person means what's the process? Like, how does it work?
So basically, once we get into contact with the partner, I ask about their business, what they do. I ask what is that they're looking for and their all-time goal. Ask for all the handles and stuff, and take a look at what they have going on. Ask them, what have they done before? Have they done a branding before, or is this their first time? Most of the time, it's the first time. And kind of just go from there and creating something that is going to make them unique for them and what can make them stand out. I also help with the planning of like, do you have your own personal colors that you have in your brand? That things are signature colors, what I call them. How to incorporate that into their photos to kind of keep their consistency of flow. Like, all right, this is who they are versus, okay, this is all over the place.
And a lot of people all over.
Yes, a lot of the times they are.
People I know actually don't know the logos. And it took a while to settle on this is the logo, this is the logo. One of my things that I should hear it with us. And what's the name of it?
Storybook imaging.
storybook and imaging, and how can people find information out there about it?
I'm sorry?
How can people find information?
Oh, yeah. So you can go to my website at www.story.imaging.com.
Anything new and exciting?
Right now, actually, I do have a promo going
There we
on.
go.
I got the Fresh Start program. It's a really great way of either you're starting out or you want to rebrand your business and trying to get in there. It's running right now for $500. And that promo is actually going on until the end of this month.
There you go. And the January, ladies and gentlemen. So, and it's called a
Fresh Start.
Fresh Start. And okay, what do people get? Like, what's the difference between if you're going to rebrand or it's the very first time?
The Fresh Start and the rebrand is actually kind of almost like similar to what I do, or in combination. Words are escaping me today. Basically, with those, it's helping them find a way of being themselves and what they're going to be and representing themselves. And even sometimes it's like, all right, clean slate for the Fresh Start for people who are just redoing themselves and rebranding themselves. It's like, all right, you know what, let's scrap all this, clean out all their social media. Let's put things that are consistent to their flow.
So people get rid of their social media.
Not their actual social media. I'm talking about their
Their
photos.
photos.
What is in them?
I bet sometimes.
Oh yes, even magazines too.
Really?
I have a hard time looking at magazines sometimes. Campaigns like Victoria's Secret, I looked at their photo and their photos are blurry. They didn't have a clear image. And my eyes get distracted by it.
Oh, you think you're always joking. What do they do? It's a little magnifying glass thing.
I don't need a magnifying glass. I just see it. I'm like, oh no, they could have done better.
But they don't.
No.
There you go. Fresh start, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need for your business. Branding is very, very, very important. There are a lot of people who do what you do. Everybody, I don't care what business you're in, you have competition. So, make sure you check out the national and get some branding up for your business. It helps you stand out from all the rest. And one last time, how can we reach you?
You guys can find me at www.story.imaging.com.
There you go. One of my best business radio program around. You got to run. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.